Hey guys, Ursadia here, and I'm back with another episode of Otomania where I talk about anything and everything Otome. On today's episode, I'm going to be covering the anime Hamefura, also known as Otome Game no Hametsu Flag Shika Nai Akuyaku Reiju ni Tensei Shite Shimatta, or also known in English as My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. For the sake of making it easier on myself, because both of those names are quite long and a handful, I'm going to just be referring to it as Hamefura, which is its nickname. Hamefura is the anime adaptation of a light novel by the same name. It currently has one season, which aired this past spring, with 12 full-length, 23-minute-long episodes. Though it was recently announced that there is going to be a second season, so more episodes will be coming, which personally I'm super excited for. The opening song of the show is called Shoto no Ru wa Hitotsu Janai, which is sung by Angela. I thought the opening was very upbeat and catchy. It did a great job of encapsulating the vibe of the show, and I really enjoyed bopping along and singing along to it every single time it played at the beginning of an episode. The ending song is called Bad End, and it's sung by my beloved Aoi Shota. I'm probably very biased when I say that I thought it was a really good ending song. It had a bit more of a rock song vibe to it, which I enjoyed, and I thought that it fit the darker parts of the anime, as well as the lyrics really kind of went along with the whole idea of an Otome game romance. I definitely recommend checking out both of the songs just because they're both really fun and really well made. The plot of the show is one that is very different from typical Otome shows, and for that reason, I really love it. Instead of featuring around a normal, stereotypical anime protagonist, the show centers around a girl who is reborn as the villain, Katarina Klaus, I believe it's pronounced, in her favorite Otome game, Fortune Lovers. After discovering that she is the antagonist from the game, she realizes that her life is headed towards a certain doom if she doesn't do anything to change the endings. The first 3 episodes center around Katarina's childhood and her introduction to almost all of the other characters. I really liked that it did this because it showed all of the characters' backstories and kind of showed how all of their relationships and friendships started with each other. It was also just really adorable seeing all of the characters as children and kind of getting to see them grow up in a sense. These first 3 episodes kind of set up the basis for the rest of the show. The remaining 9 episodes covered Katarina's life spanning the time in which the game Fortune Lovers takes place. She spends her school life going between hanging out with her friends and having fun, and freaking out about whether or not she's going to get the bad end. She tries her hardest to hone skills that she can use in the case that she gets the bad end, while she's completely oblivious to how much everything has changed for her. I think this show offered a really fresh new twist to the Otome genre. It was really funny, emotional, and heck, it even said gay rights. Never have I been more jealous of an anime protagonist than I was of Katarina. Not only did she manage to snag the 4 main boys, but she also managed to snag the other 3 main girls from the Fortune Lovers game to fall for her as well. So if you're looking for an innovative new take on the Otome genre, I highly recommend Hamefura. The characters were all well written and unique. Each one had a different personality and a backstory that helped to flesh them out into more intricate characters rather than shallow, lackluster characters. In addition to their great characterization, the characters also had some top-name seiyus to voice them, so their voices sounded really good as well. The protagonist, Katarina, comes off as a free-spirited girl who's a bit dumb even though she's very kind-hearted. She's seen as a bit crazy by the other characters, but it seems to kind of add to her charm. She was voiced by Uchida Maya, who voices characters such as Norman from The Promised Neverland and Lily Ruka from Danmachi. Her fiancé, Prince Giordo, is described as being secretly terrible on the inside, but despite that, he cares deeply for Katerina and is often annoyed by how much affection she receives from others. He is voiced by Aoi Shota, who voices characters such as Mikaze Ai from Utapri or Rui Minazuki from Suki Uta. Keith is Katerina's adopted younger brother. The two end up developing a really close relationship, and Keith is often very protective of her. He is voiced by Kakihara Tetsuya, who voices Victor Frankenstein from the Code Realize series and Shin from Amnesia. Prince Alan is Prince Giordo's younger twin brother. He is the oblivious tsundere of the show and is very musically talented. He's voiced by Suzuki Tatsuhisa, who also voices Kurosaki Renmaru from Utapri and Tachibana Makoto from Free Iwatobi Swim Club. The last of the quote-unquote dateable men from the Fortune Lovers game is Nicole Ascart. He is a silent type and is well known for his devilish good looks. He's voiced by Matsuoka Yoshitsugu, who voices popular characters such as Inosuke from Demon Slayer and Sora from No Game No Life. Maria Campbell is supposed to be the protagonist from the Fortune Lovers game, in other words, Katerina's rival, but things don't necessarily go that way. Maria is extremely sweet and also has a very good talent for baking, which Katerina really enjoys. She is voiced by Hayami Saori, who voices Cardia Beckford from Code Realize and Kusanagi Yui from Kamigami no Asobi. Mary Hunt and Sophia Ascart are two of Katerina's closest friends. They are also villains from the Fortune Lovers game, but in the Hamefura world, they are anything but villains. Mary has a killer green thumb and is a bit green with envy when it comes to people getting a little too close to Katerina. She's voiced by Okasaki Miho, who voices Rimuru Tempest from Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken. Sophia is a hopeless romantic and a major book lover. She is voiced by Minase Inori, who voices Hestia from Danmachi and Rem from ReZero. I didn't really have any issues with the plot or the show. I did guess the antagonist of the story very early on, but it was more from intuition than from anything Hamefura actually gave away. The show did a really good job of not revealing who the antagonist was until it was actually time for the antagonist to be revealed. I do feel like the climax did get resolved a bit too easily, but given that they were trying to fit the plot into 12 episodes, I kind of understand why it was glossed over a bit and kind of crammed at the end. Overall, I genuinely enjoyed watching Hamefura. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I had such a fun time watching an otome. I often feel like otome are a bit darker or more intense, but Hamefura was very, very comedic, and so it was a nice change of pace from that. This is the type of show that I would recommend to almost anyone, like even people who don't care for otome, just because while it is technically an otome, it doesn't really flaunt it, and if it does flaunt it, it does it in a way that actually makes fun of it, rather than kind of just shoves it in your face. So if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest checking it out. It's all on Crunchyroll, though you can find it on Kiss Anime or other sites like that as well. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below and maybe who your favorite character was. If you have any suggestions for future Otomania videos, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I release more Otomania videos or other fun videos on my channel. If you don't want to hit the bell, just know that I post Otomania videos every other Monday. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.